This is how I create the glaze pattern on my peacock marimos. I start by centering them on my banding wheel, and then with a pencil, I just use a regular mechanical pencil, I draw some guidelines all the way down. The spacing doesn't really matter because I'm only using them for guidelines. My biggest concern is just making sure that they're as centered as possible. Then I put running hot chowder in an applicator bottle and start applying my dots. I found that it's easier to get the circular pattern going if you line them up in a grid first and then fill in the extra spaces. And this is where those guidelines come in handy. After that, each dot gets lined up between the two above it. And if you do that and follow your guidelines, then everything should come out pretty symmetrical. The farther down I go, I start putting larger dots, and I do this in kind of a two-step process. I lay down kind of a thin layer first, and then I go back over it and kind of bubble it up so it sits higher. This ensures that there's enough glaze for it to run and kind of bloom, but it doesn't get drippy and messy while you apply, because sometimes this can happen if you put it all on at once. And then as you spin the form, it can just drip all over the place. But laying down a thin layer and then bubbling it up gives it kind of a stable foundation, so you don't have to worry about that. Usually once I get halfway done, I have to set it aside and let it dry. So once it's done that, we come back and we keep working all the way down. As the name suggests, this glaze does like to run, so the bottom dots only get one layer. Then I come back up and I put a smaller dot between each large one to kind of fill in that extra space. Then once that's done, we're going to add 2 layers of texture autumn. I apologize because I forgot to film the first layer, so here's the second one. I glaze all the way around the sides first, and then I set it down and glaze the top, because if you touch a wet spot, it will pull your dots up. And that's how I glaze my marimos. It's a fairly simple process that leads to really wonderful results. So you tell me what you think, and feel free to follow along for more tips and tricks for your pottery journey.